you a story that inside you there's something more. That was your second law. As you walked into these doors and you saw all of us, and we had a language that doesn't need an expression. Today, we are here to look at ourselves, eyeball to eyeball, and unpack the story that we've loved, the story that has given birth to us. So by saying that, I'm saying more. But now let me tell you what I represent. Let me tell you my name. I'm born and raised in the village of Nsingiza. I was born hugged by the mountains that always make a sound that draws curiosity in me. My television was the birds that were forever flying, and I would always say I would love to see the freedom of that. The dusty roads of my forefathers that we would walk with my mother. And I know, and I knew at that moment, there's a footprint that I need to leave. The rivers that were forever flooding right into Zulu and Gongobe. I call upon to my ancestors, pictures of them singing. And on that note, and I'm saying to Babu Kredo, I don't take this opportunity just for granted. It was Lama in the body, but it allowed me to you and today to feel your energy, to feel. Let me be the mouthpiece, because even though we didn't meet in the physicality, but we lived in the same room. To all of my girls, go to Allah. Mkhulu again. Let's let our bodies tell the story that we are. Let's welcome ourselves and let the rhythm of our souls be what we do. We're gonna walk here. We're gonna work. We're gonna open our hearts. We're gonna make sure we know who we are. Because we believe in the principles of the Black Kemet, of the people that says, know thyself. Now you're gonna walk in here and walk out here knowing what is know thyself. Because we have taken so many opportunities that we had, but we didn't use them. So today, that is what we're going to do. So we welcome you as the Zinzi Mandela Foundation. Say that. Zinzi started this journey. Mkhulu Nsingiza, we all know. And they had the mother that was guiding them all the way. They started this story based on a research. How can we be free? How can we love another? Because they saw upon themselves, upon their lives, we are so undivided. Where is this division coming from? Why are we not being able to look at ourselves and love ourselves? And that is the research that we're starting. I'm not going to go much on that, because if you have listened to the program, that is exactly what Mkhulu Nsingiza is going to do. I'm just going with it, giving you just the tip of the iceberg. That's where the story started. However, Babu Kredo was there to mentor them. You're going to hear more from Mkhulu Nsingiza. But me standing here and giving you my heart and giving you my rhythm of my heartbeat, I want you to know that you are welcome. This is the platform that you've been dreaming about. This is the platform that you've been searching about. This is the platform that you've been looking for. So in all that, welcome, all right, so the welcome is done. Mkhulu Nsingiza, you are going to give us now the lecture, or the keynote rather, of what is this great empire of Kemet, and mostly, what is this African? So on that, with all the love that we are, let's be comfortable. Let's be comfortable. Just wait for me when I'm presenting. I'm going to teach you something. I teach what I need to learn. I teach what I need to learn. By saying that, I put myself into a vulnerable space and make sure that I rise within the fears that they thought they got you. So when you are doing that, you are saying, who's the winner? Mkhulu Nsingiza, this is for you. This is for you. This is
ukuthi besilokho sijule ngento yokuthi lizona kepha silokho siphatha nje kancane ukuthi awundlukazi awusizwele ngoba sizokhuluma indaba esemqoka kakhulu and le ndaba le there's no other place so that is befitting of us having this discussion. The discussion of reconstructing our being and our character as African people. So ikhaya lendaba yiyo ke indawo la if besingekho la bokumele sibe senzalo yelanga. If singekho enzalo yelanga kumele sibe selimpondo le Capricorn. Manje ke indawo ebili singakayitholi kahle eye west ngoba remember ukuthi abelungu benzeni ba-confuse your protons and electrons. Babika indawo according to their perception. Yini Western Cape, yini Northern Cape. Now I cannot clearly identify the true West. Why? Because of the confusion yabelungu. When the East is Italy, the North is Italy, the South is a George. In the capital, yabelungu. Yeah, George. What you need to make seven and you say a George. Manje ke ngiqale la maphela ukuthi ngibonge wonke umuntu oncedisile. This is what we're talking about black unity. Lento ngeke ize ihlangane if we work in silos. And ukuhlangana kwethu njengoba sisho kumele we must be united in the spirit first before it happens in physical. Because everything starts in the spirit. We are spiritual beings before we are physical beings. That is why we never die. Therefore, we renew ourselves because the spirit lives on. If you manage noma arts lapho kuyolinganiswa khona inhliziyo yakho ukuthi wena ukuphila la emhlabeni umdayisi wesizwe simnyama noma ngokwenzakalani nawe umuntu onejelasi umuntu onayo yonke lento your heart is going to be weighed against the fellow manje ke khehla thina ke sibe nenhlanga through vusamazulu uvusamazulu imfundiso zakhe yizo lezi ezisibeke thina la sikhona. I cannot never claim ukuthi mina ngiyazi ulwazi lwami nje kumanelwa lawa from nowhere. It just felt like manna. No, it was a gradual process. Ukumamela attentively ubabcredo. Akekho umuntu who was greater than ubabcredo la. Kahle kahle ubabcredo yisilo samabandla. Ngoba ubabcredo inkosi yomoya man. He was above everything that we know okuthiwa leadership. But now because of lento sibiza ukuthi bayibiza cognitive dissonance. Abantu basalimele lapho. Siya lapho eqaleni kepha ngizama ukubonisa nje the after effect yalento ubabcredo bekezama ukuyikhuza for years and centuries. Azama uconscientize abantu ukuthi bangalandeli imfundiso yengane. Abelungu ingane lithi manje ke asike sithoyiseni ke makhehla before sikhuluma nge-great empire of Kemet ukuthi silimale kuphi kanjani. Kunalento le bathi i-ideology bayibiza ideological warfare. Yiyo le esenze ukuthi siyithole kulesimo esikuzo. When umlungu was able to successfully change the perception yethu about our own reality, that is when we fell. Silandela umlungu. Thina besingagqoka amabheshu futhi. Besigqoka isilvu nelinene. Umlungu ufike lapho silapho. Manje sebesibuyisela amabheshwini as if i-identity yethu. Kade sadlula lapho. Umlungu wafika ke netayi intanjana nebhanji ufika usithola semakhaya after a subjugation because they had to subdue us before bangadila nemiqondo yethu. When they now gradually remember ukuthi bayibiza ukuthi isubversion, the ideological subversion, it's not an event, it's something that happens over the years. Meaning ukuthi batargete ingane, maybe lawyer ingane umqondo ngale education yabo, they know ukuthi they have a slave forever. Lo muntu loyo will suffer from cognitive dissonance in future. Ukuthi noma iqiniso selimbhekile kepha kezwa man. So that was a successful strategy sabelungu to move us from where we were. Remember ukuthi besikhuluma about the period before colonization. We were kings and queens. We ran kingdom. All over the continent there was a kingdom of Mutapa. There was a kingdom of Zimbabwe. There was a kingdom of Congo. There was a kingdom in Axiom. There was a kingdom of Kemet. There was a Benin. There was an Afrikan kingdom. Those were very successful kingdoms on the continent. Kepha belungu bafika ngalento esisho ukuthi ideological subversion. Ukuthi bakunikeze bakhohlise, bakunikeze something bafike kuwe bathi taste anali sweet nambithe nawe sweet lento mnandi kanti upoison loyo is going to affect and violate your structure, your biological structure. So yinto abelungu ke abayenzile la kithi. Okokuqala they had to subdue us ngesibhamu. Ayingenanga kalula iChristianity kithi. I-Western civilization or Western culture azange ingene kalula. The way these people are so evil. Bokuthi uma umuntu egula sebevule amaklinika. But before we can actually treat you, convert to Christianity. Then you will receive help from us. Balande inkosi embedeni meseyishona. Bayisayinise bathi convert to Christianity before uhamba la emhlabeni. So that isihambe sibuyele ebantwini bakho sibatshele ukuthi hey wena bese uconvertile. So abelungu bangena ke bashaya obani amakhaya. When they came in on the continent bashaya amakhosi uqala. And thola ukuthi amanye wala amakhosi vele bebeyithandela imali. Uyabona le mbewu yobudlwele iyazalwa kabusha all the time. Ngoba yibo labantu abafaka amanzi endlini ngokuthi manje bayisondeze kulabelungu. So mesikhuluma nge-Great Empire of Kemet, asikhulumi ihaba. I-Great Empire of Kemet existed. Here in the south they call themselves bona bakhulu baseKemi. Bebehlangane kanjani labantu? This was the brotherhood of man. Lento siyenzayo la ukhuluma iqiniso imfihlo yamakhosi. Bongamelanga ngabe ngikhuluma nani kahle. Do you understand? But manje sibone ukuthi amakhosi rejecta into yawo because siqale kuwo. Siyoba contentious sithi hey bonda bezitha naku la izinto zimosheke khona. But now because of our package abawa enjoyayo currently they didn't want to listen. Yingakho manje sigini directly because umoya wobukhosi nobukhosikazi it's not a domain of an exclusive people. Umoya wehlela anywhere la ufuna ukwehlela khona. Thina sibona ngezenzo zomuntu. Cha, umoya wobuholi nomoya wobukhosi nobukhosikazi buphezulu kwalela khanda ngezenzo zakho. Ngeke uclaime ukuthi uyinkosi wena kepha inkosi elivaka. How do you claim kingship? Ukuthi uyasaba. we are even scared to challenge the system. Abantu laba you claim ukuthi abantu they are subjects. Babwenye nje inhlupheko. They are being violated their human rights on a daily basis. To lead away. Because we are in the comfort of the very same evil system. Yabelu. Manje makhehla. Lento esizokhuluma ngayo manje sizobopha umoya. Makuthiwa kuboshwa umoya kusuke kuhlanganiswa izindlu zikaMvelinqangi. Sihlanganisa izindlu zikaMvelinqangi ngoba uMvelinqangi meke sidala before thina sidalele udale amadlozi ayi-12 kahle kahle ayi-9 amadlozi that are responsible for our creation. Then you add uJehudi noma Art. uJehudi noma Art are one with uMvelinqangi because uMvelinqangi meke puchuka when he emerged, as Capri. Now look here. This is the symbol of Capri. Kahle kahle ngizoyichaza lento le. Bengisala kulentuza ku the great empire of Kemet. The great empire of Kemet ibulawe abanye bamakhosi who became greedy. Baba Mdibi Munye. They were then friends with the enemy, who are white people, who came and influenced them. Ukuthi they must break away from the empire. Ukuze bathole ini, baba promisa ini, imali. So it's all about greed. Yingakho ngiyibiza lento ngithi generational curse. Because namhlanje kusenjalo. This self-preservation, yaqala kudala, and that is the generational case of kumele siyivimbe thina. It mustn't continue to the next generation. Kumele sazi ukuthi thina sihlangana ngomoya. Sihlangana ngomoya kanjani? Sihlangana ngomoya because Uma ukhuluma about the real and the spiritual great empire of Kemet. Ukhuluma ngabantu abazalwe from all the 12 different houses of the calendar. And the sun is at the center. The sun is at the center of everything. Meaning ukuthi wonke lama principles eCalender ayi-12 induna zikabani zikaMvelinqangi. So manje mawakha the great empire of Kemet again, kumele uyakhe ngendlela okuyiyona because kumele uyakhe ngomoya. Abantu bonke abazalwe ngalenyanga bohetero, umfundisikazi, abantu obabona ngezenzo zabo, ukujudisi, bayabamba ibhodo balibona. It means more ideas, new ideas when now are fresh ideas because of the renewal, the renewal season. Then makufika labo hetero, uthola labo bantu. Abantu owaziyo ukuthi mengine idea, they will develop it into something physical. And the leyo iyafana. Bonke abantu abazalwe ngalenyanga kaHetero bayafana. Sibona ngama actions abo. Do you understand? Manje angifuna ungena futhi kakhulu kuyo leyo because mele sizwe ngabantu. Indlovukazi izosichazela la. Mele sizwe ngabantu ukuthi bona bathini ngaleyo. Into esemqoka nje ukuthi into kumele siyazi ukuthi i-unity yethu. It wouldn't matter ukuthi uhlongane, usithole, usibanibani because kwalokho kusasidivide. Kepha emoyeni we are one. If we are born under this season, we are all one. Ukuthi mina uhlongane wena usithole wena ushabalala, it means nothing. Do you understand? We carry umoya of the very same principle. So manje ke kuthiwa mawakha kumele udestroy first. Awukwazi ukwakha phezu kwe-foundation wrong. Because lento yakhayo ayinasisekelo esiqinile and esi-strong. You need ukuthi ubhidlize, invoke usethe umbhidlize. Abhidlize yonke into that doesn't align with art. So that wakhe kabuhle. Manje ke njengoba namhlanje it's the first step ukuthi umuntu omnyama is taking a step in terms of reorganizing, ourselves, because umlungu ngeke asenze ukuthi siyenze lento. It's up to us. It's up to us ukuthi siyilungise ukuthi sibuyele emuva. Uma kuthiwa thina hayi ukuthi futhi is just a baseless claim. We are great people. We are great people. Into esenze ukuthi siphazame ukuthi sisuke from the alignment yemvelo. That's the only thing eyenze ukuthi silahlisane. The day you unplug yourself from nature, that is when you are vulnerable as an African person. Because when umuntu omoya, into umuntu othi mawucabanga into yenzakala. Mawunesifiso esithize, just that desire, it's a clue enough to actually bond with your intention, so that leyo it just manifests. But now, savumela ini ideological subversion. Mawungabheka i-result yalokho ukuthi all the people who went to missionary schools banjani.
Amen.
Hey, when you read their history banjani bonke akekho ngcono abantu yosoka. All the intellectual layers thina besikhule siphakamisa sibeka le bonke nabantu laba uthola ukuthi balimele la iqolo. Balimele what? Because their perception of reality has been changed. Sekungama gentlemen bafuna ukubizwa selo yabona. And thina sazi ukuthi thina singabantu esikhuza and sibiza igama lamakhosi namakhosikazi. Wena usafuna uku-associate leyo nto because umlungu uthe kuwe that is barbarism. So manje ke i-generation le mina engithi i-generation engenasabelo se-future. It doesn't matter how much the bantu kukhuluma nabo. They won't listen to you. Lento le futhi asiyinto esicabangela thina. Yinto that is happening practically. Kunini sizama ukonchataza. Kwaze kwashule kumamwini wahamba nje shona. Bahala nje ukwaccepta. Into that resonates in nature. Umlungu uthe inyuye. Inge-1st zika-January. Manje wena shomani uzana uzositshela umphetho. Yinto ebuya ngoSeptember. Uyabona ilento ngitshela ngayo ukuthi once ulimele umqondo phela. And lento le abelungu, it's a carefully planned thing. Asiyinto nje eyenzakala nje. Babaqala esikolweni. Baba yekisa ukulusa la. Wathiwa no, ukulusa kusemqoka. Izani izofunda. Umlungu uza nempucuko. Kanti kulabantu lapho. Mengilusa la, I get a chance to study the stars. I know about animals. I know what is cover. Mesivela normally this is what happens. I know Nsingiza Mayvela this is what happens. I now lose all that information. Sebeyongilentuza manje, sebeyongindoctrinator. Bese ke nami I demonstrate that submission. Ukuthi I've been subdued. Upon the way I dress. Loko ngifaka tie every day. Suit. It's a symbol yomlungu. Into thina abantu base-Afrika ungamelanga siyenze. Iza nama-design akho, mina what I do, ngithenga indwangu lapha nginikeza abantu bathunge. Angisayingeni indaba ukuthi sengiyofuna amatariyana lapha bomashwabana baphelulu. Asisebenza. So manje ukuze silunge again, we really need to change again. In reality of its perception yet. Because if we don't go back there and value umama, kukhona umama, uyiqaba lo mama, right? Bambiza njalo. Mina ngiyenithi amaqaba, those are pure minds who have never been colonized. Umama lekhaya is a pure mind. Uyakutshela ukuthi mntanami nawo amafu ahlangana. Ukutshela ekseni ukuthi hey balekisani inkomo benzani lokho wenzani lokho. And in the afternoon what iyehla vele imvula. Wisdom and intelligence that is natural ebantwini. But manje thina we no longer value those people. We only value abantu who've got degrees, doctorate, certificate. From Ulabelum. Umlumu uhambe wayotrainer for you to be a robot. Usebenzele system yakhe. They didn't educate you so that you are able to take over from them. But trainer ukuthi you must be a slave, lesesimamelayo. You must listen. And ungakoshini kakhulu. Just act on what the boss says. Manje East Africa siyakwala lo. Thina singabantu besambulelo. Thina singabantu abenza izinto futhi hayi ngokuthi lokho uhlala for years ulokhu planana nento. Into that we do persistently is to make sure ukuthi there is a harmony and resonance between iZulu nomhlanga. So that in Toli Sambulelo, if I embark on a certain project, mina mhlali ngiloko ngibhungakale namakhehla sikhuluma indendende, ama meetings after meeting no. Ubuza wona umoya lo ukuphendula. Siyehla isambulelo wena khehla. Into njengamanje lento esikuyo. I actually was saying the other day ukuthi iCovid isincedile. Ngoba yenze ukuthi we were forced to introspect. We were forced to question things as a black people. Ngoba uyabona lento yenzakale in terms of consciousness yabantu abamnyama. Imane yathi vu. Kanjalo nje. And that would have taken us years and a lot of resources in terms of imali to market, to change the colonial mindset. Emntwini omnyama. But umoya wenzeni? Yes, sir. Ifana with the July thing. Ubani would have predicted the end of July. Who said to us Bonnies? Chokuthi lama principles are demonstrating to us how powerful they are. Nobody could have controlled the end of July. The looting, the chaos that was there. I-align vele the principle of chaos. Who said? So umoya mele sihloniphe ukuthi umoya is much greater and more powerful than the physical things. Umuntu osajule ngezinto zenyama useyingane. You need to ascend. Ufike la okhokho bebekhona. Ukhuluma iscience yokhokho. Mawukhuluma ngokhulukhulwana, you talking about the waters of noon. umnyombo wayo yonke into ilanga nalo lasuka lapho manje umtshela ukuthi okhokho amaqaba ukhokho bekemtshela ukuthi kunokhulukhulwana wena because uyocolonize abelungu lapha eSussex so bona ukhokho ngathi no hayi lo muntu akasekho relevant knowledge yakhe ayisekho important. Why? Because you have chosen packaging yabelungu. Hey, you have chosen the packaging yabelungu. Ukhokho akutshele futhi ngomvelincane. Umvelincane is the first cause. Before any other creation, wapuchukayeka from kukhulukhulwana. That is African science. So, the great empire of Kemet, ibinabantu who are not only amakhosi enyama, but who are amakhosi omoya, because all of them were initiated. Ubungeke ubuse unga-initiate wanga kulezinto. Ngoba uzosibusa ngokwenyama wena. Thina sifuna inyama yakho, sifuna umoya wakho. And the more inkosi umile lapha, i-test nje. Yeah, any system abantu abayiclaimayo, i-condition yabantu abamnyama. It doesn't matter what you do. Uzana, what great ideas. But if that idea doesn't change i-condition yomuntu omnyama, then ishaya eceleni. About Pan-Africanism, about black consciousness. You have to see Zami, but in reality, i-condition yet change. Ayishintsha. Namanje ngeke izishintshe, you know, till the next 200 years. If thina singayilungisi siqondise lento and realign it to what it's supposed to be, angeke ishintshe. So lokho sikhala. Kufika ama-China, kufika ama-Pakistan, kufika everybody to take advantage of us. Why? Because silele. We are actually change our perception in being. So kabangela wethu we are individualistic. Manje mawunezinto wena, it's me. Thina sikwazi lokho on the continent. Besazi ukuthi mawunakho, you share with those that don't have. So manje ke ngibonga nje i-unity esidemonstrateile yazi bokunzima kunzima. Besifisa ukuthi sibe nama-projects and to project some of the things, but asikhonanga because some resources now. You know, but bakhona mama ogogo nabomkhulu abazamile bafaka uyabona esikhwameni ukuthi sihlanganise size sifike nje la. Sibonge nayo ke i-city of Johannesburg nabo lentuzi. Sibonge indlovukazi la. Unondumiso sithe mesikhuluma naye ke waseyecela ukuthi cha ucela simbhalele letter or something azohamba yokhuluma neboss yakhe. Unfortunately mekhuluma neboss yakhe wayenza sathola ukuthi cha izinto zibalula ba donate yonke le ndawo, we are free to use all the space. Abanye ogogo namakhehla umuntu usacrifice imali bekayibudgete for the whole week just to make sure that this event happens. So siyabonga sithi makwande labathethe khona. Sibonge nje nawo wonke umuntu nje who was responsible for planning, because you know kunzima uplana izinto ezinjengalezi ngoba abantu abaningi abekho kulomqondo. I-majority of black people are not kulomqondo. Basafarisha lento bengiyikhuluma negama elingakalithi cognitive dissonance. They suffer from that. Do you understand? But manje ke uzwa isolution ithi i-generation yethu nale generation above us, they are a lost cause. Most of them. La kumele siconcentrate khona ingane. It means nathi kumele sifake umkhabulo ey'nganeni nge-content yethu. And that should be a gradual process again. Yibo-ke abantu who are going to benefit from what we do, Tina, we are here to lay the foundation for them. Ukuthi bangabi yiqila njengathi. Tina, we are slaves. And willing slaves for that matter. Okay. Willing slaves. Manje-ke makhetha ukuthi siyakheke lendlu le izofuna-ke vele ukuthi wonke umuntu must contribute ngetalent lakhe based on the house azalwa ngayo. Ukuthi laba abakwaHetheru abantu laba abasenzela imishado ngokuHetheru uhlanganisa idalala. When you want to be inspired again, ngothando kondaza labantu they will motivate you much better. And labantu yibo who need to compose motivational songs. Ngoba angiunderstand ukuthi lokwazi ukuleta yasho yathi it's not yet uhuru. Kepha ingoma esizizwayo, they are not motivating us to push forward with the struggle. It's like manje sesifikile la kumele sifike khona. It means ukuthi labantu be-art, they need to think ukuthi uzwa kuthiwa 30 million of black South Africans are in poverty. 30 million in their own country. And yiyo leyo 30 million esithagethe yona. Ngoba yiyo le 30 million engaketile umbuso. Uma le 30 million inga-unite, sibe nomqondo wodwa, ngokutshela ukuthi unyaka is more than enough ukuthi the system ithi. Yingakho-ke sila ukuthi wonke umuntu from namhlanje, based on italent lakho, your innate ability, isebenzise towards building ngoba there are several layers and steps okumele siwahamba. Okokuqala amakhetha athi you can't move nenze economic problems i-unity ningakayi-achieve. You need to achieve unity first, and not only achieve it but demonstrate it. Then yonke into eniyidingayo izonilandela. Whether FNB, whether Orlando Stadium City, celebrating New Year's Eve. Ngithi the next week kuzama call. Hey man, in 5 billion. Ngicela ukukhuluma nani. Okwamanje ngeke yenzakale leyo nto leyo because you are going to them cap in hand. Kumele ubaguqise njengotsiyethi mashinini. Wabaguqisa ngamadolo utsiyethi wahambe emhlabeni Nkosi yami. But manje kumele senze njalo. And the more all our milestones we've achieved, what we achieved them through unity. In 1976, it was unity. There was no PAC student or ANC student or BP whatever student. Utsiyethi, as much as he was motivated by black consciousness, but wahlanganisa all the students. Achiever, the milestone. Phela utsiyethi, and that group, that is the group that we give credit for liberation or the pseudo-liberation in South Africa. Ngoba ama-discussion started there after 1976. Baqala sebe-engage abotate eMatshele, ba-engage bonke labantu laba. It means ukuthi i-76 yinto ongamelanga siyikhohlwe in our lives. This is what liberated us. Ngoba amabholo yazi wawa ibonda labo. he brought it down. No, hey, these were two uzwa, something which is amazing. He was only 19 years. Challenging his system, articulating, emaphepheni and TV. Ayisho kahle into bebeyifuna ukuthi yini quite clearly. 9 years of age. Right? Manje uzibuza ukuthi mina at the age of 19 bengijule ngani like bengijule ngani like hey, so manje ke wena khetha kula ngibona khona ukuthi without unity asindawo singazikhohlisi futhi silokhu sidimanda ungathola wena khetha uhamba uyoboleka 500 million uthi ufuna ukwenza ama project like khaya so abantu bazoyiflathela le mali yakho or le center yakho bahambe bayothenga emandiyeni nasebalungwini again. So i-unity will make it an obligation. Okwamanje, it's a free for all. Masihlangana sithi it's an obligation for us not to buy Albany. Naba abantu abahlangene by 10 by 100 former le bakery. All we are all obligated to support that bakery. That's the only way we're going to move forward. Lendo ukuthi kuna democracy, akuna democracy empini. It's a psychological war. It's a psychological war kumele siyinqobe. Siyinqoba kanjani? By just educating our people. Ukuthi bazazi ukuthi bangabobani, how great they are. You know umuntu mekezazi, that person will never be a slave again. It's this lack of knowledge of yourself ekwenza ukuthi ube vulnerable. Kufika ama-China ngapha uhamba na. Kufika ama-India uhamba na. Kufika ama-Juda uhamba na. Fana nondaba ezitha le. Inkosi yabatheli. Jokuthi umuntu vele sizwana naye kakhulu umuntu uzwelibanzi. Ngomkhahlela ngithi azwelibanzi. Nawe usukuma ngathi azwelibanzi. Umuntu engizwana naye kakhulu kepha uyabona uhlukumezekile ngoba lo muntu lo kahle kahle uyisoja le-MK. He was an MK soldier. But now you feel frustrated. You feel frustrated kanjani? Mina ngiyengathi inkosi uTalindlela uyazi beke bokusele nje 5-2 ukuthi South Africa ishintshe. Ishintsha kanjani? Bafuna ukuyovalela inkosi. Ivalelwa isystem yabelungu. Abantu abamnyama couldn't take that. All that they wanted to hear from him ukuthi angiye jele. Izani nizongibulalela la. A lot of people would have prepared. I myself knew a lot of people who were ready to go down and go and defend. Because that would have been a golden opportunity for South Africa to change completely. Why miss that opportunity? Wavuma ukuthi uyejele. Do you understand? So it means ukuthi le mistake ayenzile ubuyisela wonke umuntu omnyama 100 years back. Because they had stood firm. Ukuthi these are my people, this is my land. You would rather kill me than take me to your jail. The whole of the black community would have supported that. Ukuthi manje the way sihlukumezwa ngakhona, even amakhosi ethu awekho safe. Amakhosi ethu kuthiwa kunale customary law. I-customary law is subdued by this superior constitution. So it's non-existent. Ungangitsheli nge-customary law. It's non-existent when it comes to the butsotsi be-constitution. Butsotsi lo, bugavuna amakhosi. inkosi imenza into ethize ibhekwe iconstitution ezweni likababa enamakhosi who gave ilento lesibuya kuyo ilento esibuya kuyo i-ideological subversion ukuthi manje wena how can you allow umthetho wabelungu to be superior in your own land? How do you allow that? Nathi I celebrate and it's best away freedom. So I celebrate the constitution every border tontoya. Kanti sitoya into engekho. Ayibuyanga nomhlaba, ayibuyanga ne-economy. Two things abelungu abasigavuna ngayo. They stole our land, they stole our economy. Bazi protector by the constitution. Remember ukuthi before there was no title deed in Africa. Bonga kukhulume nge-title deed. Namanje emakhaya you can't talk about title deed. Ngoba umhlaba uthengi uyasikelwa. Mawufuna nje ukulima, ufuna ukwenzani uye enkosini lapha uyokhothama lapha ucela inkosi ngicela ungisikele la. Bakusikele. There's no problem about that. Malungu ngobutsotsi ba create i-constitution ezoba defender kulo butsotsi babo. Bathatheke ingwevu zethu kube yizo ezihamba phambili ziyosayina lobo butsotsi. Angithi besibathemba abaholi bethu sithi basayina into wrong kanti basayina umbhedo wombhedo shokuthi lento isibuyisele emuva 500 years back. Because manje lento bayisayinile, there are bilateral agreements with all countries in the world. The minute you touch the constitution, baphezu wakho njengaseZimbabwe. We can't avoid Zimbabwe. It's bound to happen here. And kumele yenzakala eZimbabwe ukuze siphile kahle. Hey. So ngicela ukumuva ke from the great empire. Ukhona umuntu ongayizwa lento ukuthi sikhuluma ngani besikhuluma nge-great empire of Kemet. Kemet means black. Okay. And lokhosi esibuvusayo, remember ukuthi asi-challenge the sitting kings. Why? Because the sitting kings abanasabelo salelo. Hey, asikho kubo. Thina sikhuluma ngobukhosi bukaMvelinqangi noNomkhulu. The divine kingdom. Okumele angithi it's there above. It's there. Manje kumele senzeni siyakhe kabusha emhlabeni. Kube nesigodlo nomsamo kaMvelinqangi noNomkhulu finish. Umvelinqangi noNomkhulu unite us. Because they are the source of our existence. Without the sun and the moon, there's no life on earth. And all these years, how many years have we been colonized? Sihlubukile kubo. Ugcineni ukuzwa wena. Umuntu asukuma nje athi Mvelinqangi. Nomkhulu. Awusayizwa leyo nto leyo. Ngisho nasemakhaya bakhothela uAbraham. Nasegodlweni impela. Nasegodlweni. Igodlo manje have now insulted their ancestors ngokuthi uyofaka uJesu esigodlweni. It's an insult to your ancestors. Umuntu ongamazi nokumazi. Wena sikhothamela wena thina. Wena usencourage ukuthi siye kuJesu ukuze siphile kahle. Kanti uhlaleleni lapha esitulweni. So manje ke makhehla if ungekho ke umbuzo sifiso ngicela usondeze ilentusi ngenze i-presentation yeCalender. Umbuzo about the empire ya. Asiyengejeni. Thokoza. Ubala tsutsa ukhulu. Oh, when a session says, okay, so touching goes up. Okay, no, it means again, see, I give me school again. Get again, go.
Yeah.